A warm welcome back to Zhijiang, China, where the second FIBA 3x3 Challenger event of 2024 will know a winner today. We started with 14 teams, brought it down to 12 after the qualifying draw, then got rid of 4 teams in pool play. Now we're on to the knockout rounds. We got 7 10-minute sprints left for y'all from the Library Square out here in Zhijiang. And then we'll know who will pick up that coveted ticket to the Edmonton Masters, July 6th and 7th. A one of 20 Challenger event announced on the year. A good day for 3x3 as far as weather. 29 degrees Celsius, so an 85-degree Fahrenheit weather out here. Bit overcast, not a lot of sun. And we have a field of games for y'all today. Seeds 1 through 6 still in the field. We lost the 7th and 8th seed. As we take a look back at your pool phase results, the Sansar and Saitama Alpha squads, those 7th and 8th seeds that we lost in pool play, some maybe unexpected wins when it comes to lower seeds beating higher seeds yesterday. We had all of the action out here in Zhijiang, and I'm sure and I'm hoping you guys joined me for that. We went through 4 pools, again 12 teams. Quinn Hung Dao from China making it in through the qualifying draw, but bowing out in pool play. Lausanne, the 2nd seed, losing the last game they played in pool play. So they came in 2nd in Pool B. As you can see, a 1-1 record for them on day 1. Raudondvaris Hoptrans ruled Pool A. Ulaanbaatar MMC Energy squeaked through to get the first place in Pool B. And the Germans for Dusseldorf LFDY ruled Pool D. And now we are on to the knockout rounds. 3 tickets for the Edmonton Masters on July 6th and 7th on the line. One of 18 events on the World Tour this year. These are your top 10 scorers on day 1. Theodor Atanasov, the Serbian savant for Utsunomiya BREX, he's leading all scorers at 10.5 a game. Uzi Orsik Mjagmarsuren won't be adding to his totals as he's out of contention. And Sharunas Vengela is a 3rd spot for Team Raudondvaris Hoptrans. These teams will be meeting up. It's Raudondvaris Hoptrans and Utsunomiya BREX meeting each other in the first quarterfinals. Then Dusseldorf LFDY and Lausanne, Zavkhan, SAINSCORE in Beijing, and Ulaanbaatar and Wuxi, WenLv will determine who ends up in the semifinals. We'll have those semifinals for you later on today, obviously, and then we'll move on to the finals, which we believe will happen right around 7:20 p.m. local time. We will know a winner about 7:45 p.m. local time. So I hope y'all are with me for all of that. Now, look, if you're tuning in, you hit the subscribe button for me, yeah? Underneath the screen here on YouTube, there's a subscribe button. You hit that, and I'm happy. Thank you all. Lovely. Then you go to Instagram and you follow our official account at FIBA 3x3 for a look back at some of the action of day 1 and, of course, some highlights of day 2. Because there is going to be some highlights. We all know that. So, again, these are the quarterfinals that will get you situated with. I hope y'all saw that again, the World Tour has 18 Masters this year. Some new cities announced. Almaty and Neom got added to the roster about 4 weeks ago, and then the finals were announced last week. We'll host Hong Kong will host those finals. A city where we've seen a lot of 3x3 over the years. This matchup, a matchup between 2 of the best rebounders in the field, as well as we take a look at these teams warming up. Atanasov and Bukelis will take those honors. This is the crowd. It's been a filled-up venue here in Zhijiang for the last 2 days. So again, not just 3 tickets to a World Tour Master on the line, but also a hefty price bag. Something teams obviously want to take home with them. So a lot at stake here in Zhejiang, again in the second FIBA 3x3 Challenger event of 2024. And if y'all don't know, my name is Boz Rosendahl, aka The Mountain, and I'll be hosting this stream all day. I'll be right here with you. Do not worry, I will not go anywhere. And if you want to hit me up, and a lot of people did yesterday, which I was kind of happy about. If you want to hit me up, my Instagram account is @BAZZ50. Talk about the games. You guys can add some stuff to the stream, which is lovely because some people were helping me out yesterday with food. Some people were helping me out with names, pronunciations. I need that badly. But look, we'll get our first quarterfinals out of the way. This might be the team to beat out here. This is your #1 seed coming out. Raudondvaris, Hoptrans from Lithuania. 3 out of 4 fellas qualified to the Olympics for the Lithuanian national team just last week. They picked up a win over the Saitama Alphas 21-17. Then Wuxi WenLv went down 21-17. Your second leading scorer in the tournament, Šarūnas Vingelis, is joined by Flight Mode, Modestas Kumpis, Ivaldas Jaugas, a.k.a. Ivo Knievel, and then Aurelius Bukelis, the Lithuanian. And they're going to be facing Utsunomiya BREX, who ran out of gas late in the game against Ulaanbaatar. Looked like they had that game on hand, but couldn't finish the job. A loss there, a win over Shinagawa CCX. They've played with 3 all day yesterday, and it's Theodor Atanashov again, your leading scorer, the man with the mass, the Serbian savant, joined by Danilo Matovic, Josuke Saito, and Petar Sucho, who we hope is okay. He's not playing. I'm not sure if he will today. I didn't see him move during warm-ups. So interesting to see if Utsunomiya BREX, and this is Sucho here on the right, if Utsunomiya intends to go at this game with 3, because that again is one of the tougher things to do in 3x3. Sucho did not step on the court yesterday, a dynamic scorer that can score from all levels of the court. Your referees in this one, Ida Chabai Koshkatu and Eddie Liu. And there goes that man. Šarūnas Vingelis was ridiculous. Topped the field in player value, had 15 points. That was the second point total in the tournament, and he shot a ridiculous 63% from 2. Long-range shots. Took 8 of them. 5 went down. Also 71% from inside the arc. He was just incredibly efficient. There's Bukelis, who usually leads the squad in scoring. He didn't need to yesterday, as Vingelis was masterful from the mid-range and the great beyond. And that masked man right there, he was hitting at 71% from inside the arc as well. Atanashov, again, leading the field, 10.5 points per game in 2 games. Scoring at a high clip. His team found him underneath the basket over and over again, and he's looking to continue that. And we are ready to get going here in the knockout rounds from Zhejiang. The first 10-minute sprint out of 7 is underway. Who's going to get those tickets? Atanashov says, I want some. He gets the first bucket. Bukelis, can he answer with a 2? He cannot. Rebound is his, and a smash to boot. What a start to the game for Aurelius Bukelis. Misses the 2, but spikes the Wilson through that hoop on the follow-up dunk. Take a look. Bukelis chasing down his own board. 2 hands to safety. That's a dunk you got to make a sound with. Atanashov underneath, trying to play some bully ball, but Kumpi's holding his ground. And a foul underneath as Saito didn't want a part of that Lithuanian post-up. Bukelis too big, too strong. The team in yellow back at it. Raudondvaris Hoptrans, riding that emotional high from getting that Olympic ticket. So, you know, they were feeling good yesterday. And They might continue that today. We'll see. Valdas Jalgas with the scoop shot. That's bucket flavor. Saito now. They go to Atanashov, and now it's flight mode, taking a business decision. You will see this a lot in this game. Players like Atanashov and Pukelis, they try to seal you out. They try to put you on their backs in the paint. And smaller players will most often take a decision to use a foul as a resource to try to keep you away from that scoring position and put you at the top of the key. Pukelis now, that man's a very capable shooter as well, gets his own rebound again. Jalgas chases down the Wilson, fade away on the shot, it's in and out. So the team in Burgundy, as somebody helped me with yesterday, as I'm not really good with colors. The team in Burgundy, Utsunomiya BREX, they're still playing with 3, it seems like, because we have not seen Sutura yet. Here goes Matovic. Matovic behind the back, kicks it out. Atanashov 2 feet behind the line, shares with Saito. Saito splashes from beyond. Utsunomiya tie up the game at 3. Vingelis now continues his dominance here with another 2. Saito sharing with Matovic. Matovic, easy lay. Danilo Matovic, a new add to the squad for Utsunomiya BREX actually this year. Joined from team Saitama's last year. And that Wilson's not chased down. That's still going. Wilson. Oh, see, I know some of y'all must have watched Castaway. Anyway, Saito splashing. Pukelis stepping back. But a big rebound for flight mode, who puts it back up and in. 2-point lead for Raudondvaris.
All right, here comes Utsunomiya. Swing move in the paint. No basket foul before the shot. Whistle called there. Check ball.
So on the Pukelis miss, it's Modestas Kupis. We call him flight mode. That man can go off for a dunk or 2.
All right, here comes the switch.
And flight mode with the putback. Matovic trying one-on-one. And he throws the Wilson away. So reset for Raudondvaris with a fresh 12-second shot clock.
Leading by 2 points. Here we go.
And a 2-point lead for the Lithuanians. Vingelis.
So strong.
To Kumpis sharing, and Jalgas not caring. That Wilson left his hands and went out of bounds. Saito. They look for Atanashov. Atanashov with the post up, goes through the right hook, misses. He's so efficient usually, but most often he sets up shop where he doesn't have to dribble. Now Jalgas has him dribbling from outside the paint. Foul as a result, though. Second foul on Raudondvaris. And it's Kumpis on his way to the rack. He kicks it to Pukelis. No space for a shot. Now it's Jalgas. He freezes him with the ball fake. Nothing there. Kumpis saves the Wilson inbounds. And Atanashov got his hands on that. And that one went out of bounds. And that's gotten us to our first TV timeout. Raudondvaris in the driver's seat in this one, a 2-point lead for the Lithuanians, playing against a undermanned Utsunomiya BREX Exi. Again, no Petar Suchur just yet. We don't know what ails him and why he's not on the court. He is on the bench, but he's not stepping off the bench. And playing with 3, as you all well know, is one of the harder things to do in all of 3x3. Vingelis on a drive all by himself. That's good for those percentages right there. Saito finds Atanashov. And he finally gets one to go down. Bukelis not successful just yet from beyond the 2-point arc. Again, a capable shooter. Hits him at over 35% usually. But today, not so much. Got Saito in the hurt locker though. And Yosuke Saito, a business decision again, and you'll see this again a lot. Fouls used as a resource. Saito here shares with the Serbian savant. Atanashov holds off his defender, gets the score. Flight mode now from the outside, misses, chases down the board. It's not his, it's Matovic. Matovic. Saito, pick and roll action. Matovic is wide open underneath the basket. Thing of beauty. Vingelis on the other end. Why would you leave him open? That man hit his 2-pointers at a 63% clip yesterday. You don't leave him open whatsoever. Second long shot for Sharunas on the day. Vingelis now sharing, gets it back, and the shot clock has been over. We don't count that as a miss. He just chucked that up there. It was end of the shot clock. Time was down outside of the time. But look again, Vingelis, a lot of space, and that's clean. So referee Brigita Chobai Koshkatu explaining why that wasn't a shot clock violation. I do believe there was a foul at the table. So it's Kumpis now. Go to racket flight mode. Clear out some space for that man. This is why we call him flight mode. Kumpis on the rack attack, clears Matovic. Again, 2 hands on his head. Oh my goodness. Matovic trying to answer. Stepping through, finding Atanashov, but that's outside the scope of the shot clock. And flight mode has ignited Raudondvaris here. Wow. Kalis, and that one sails out of bounds. And here we go again. Atanashov underneath. No. Bumps, bullies, buckets. And the answer is there for Javis. So 11-8. Utsunomiya is not out of this one just yet. Matovic by himself. He can smash as well. And the answer right away for Vingelis. Matovic trying to answer with a dunk of his own, smashes with 2 hands. Now it's Atanashov from the outside, splashing as well, keeping his team in it. It's a 1-possession game where about 4 minutes to go. Flight mode, sharing is caring. Thank you, says Bukelis. Matovic again, he finds Atanashov, he's by himself. So the pace of the game has just picked up. Vingelis, another 2-ball, and it's another hit. He's 4 for 4. The man's unconscious. And a foul on Raudondvaris, and we've gotten to our second TV timeout in a highly entertaining quarterfinal. Sharunas Vingelis is playing a masterful tournament. Just incredible.
再来看一下回放，大家来看一下回放。哦 ，good piece。谢谢我们的慢动作老师。
Saito. Again, Utsunomiya mounting a comeback, not with a turnover like that. So Jaugas sharing with Vingelis. This time he drives, nobody underneath the basket, an easy layup, and a 5-point lead as a result. Matovic. Saito is pressured by flight mode. He gets it to Atanashov. Again, it's a foul called. Flight mode is trying to get a traveling call. So Matovic now left all by himself, opts not to shoot. Atanashov bumping in the paint, 4 in the shot clock, fading on the shot. It's the matchup we wanted beforehand. Him versus the Lithuanian, the two bigs going at each other, but a turnover on Atanashov as a result. Vingelis now to Pukelis. Jaugas driving. He had Matovic on skates, but forgot to make the lay. Saito. Matovic spinning, winning with the lefty. At the 3-minute mark, we got a 2-possession game here in the first quarterfinal from Zhejiang. And it's the Raudondvaris, Hoptrans, the Lithuanians in full control. There's a rare miss for Vingelis. I think it's the first missed 2-point shot. There's Pukelis with another smash. And Saito trying to answer, drains the 2-ball. So again, a 3-point difference. Utsunomiya is not out of it. They're playing with 3. Oh, beautiful team play. Saito again. Looking for any space. Saito, righty hook, no good. Atanashov there to clean it up, but I don't think that ball hit the rim. So a shot clock violation on the Japanese side. But smashing and mashing is the Lithuanian, who gets in on the dunk party here in Zhejiang. And then gets another monster mash. So Raudondvaris in the driver's seat in this one. They've led all of the game against 3 for Utsunomiya BREX XE. If you're just tuning in, Utsunomiya Petar Suchur has not played a second in this tournament. He's on the bench, but he can't go. So they're playing with 3 against a heavy favorite in the tournament here, Raudondvaris Hoptrans. And a 2-pointer will end things. Jaugas looking to close the door. It's a miss. Back to Utsunomiya. Can they bite a piece off of this lead? They can. Matovic bumped, scores. 19-16. Back to the man in yellow. It's flight mode looking to end things again, but the 2-pointer won't go. Jaugas misses the layup. They go to the Lithuanian. He's fading on the 2. Again, a miss. So a couple of opportunities for the Lithuanians, I apologize, finish the game. And on this seal, Saito opts to foul. Pukelis open again for 2. Same result, not a make. Vingelis there though to clean up the mess. A foul's called though. So I do believe that bucket will be wiped off and will remain a 19-16 game. Atanashov to Saito. Hands it off. A screen, and Atanashov steps outside. A quick shot. Atanashov drains it to 18. And Utsunomiya, they're not out of this at all. Flight mode now on his way to the rack. Well defended by Matovic, who stops him. Jalgas has to take a quick 2-point shot. No good. Utsunomiya with an opportunity to tie the game. A foul for Jalgas. They want a timeout. So as Raudondvaris got ready to win this game, Utsunomiya mounted a comeback, and it's this big shot by the big fellow from Serbia. So far, Utsunomiya is still in it. 19-18, Suchu trying to rally his troops, bring them together. Must be tired. Again, it's a 10-minute sprint, and they're sprinting with 3. Referees take a look at the images here as we take a look at some of the action in this game. So again, a 19-18 score. We're at the minute mark of the game. A play here for Atanashov to get a quick look at the basket. He ties things up. It's 19-19. A 2-pointer will end things for both teams. Now, flight mode. Looking to find the Lithuanian back to flight mode. A quick 2, up, in and out. Chased down by Pukelis. Jalgas evading all traffic. Pukelis now looks like he's open. Steps behind the line. A launch 2 is no good. And it's Utsunomiya with possession of the rock. What a comeback by the Japanese. Atanashov looking for a handoff for Saito. Chucks up a 2. That barely misses. Now it's Pukelis. The Lithuanians finally decide to take it at the rim. He misses though. So 16 seconds to go in this one. It's Pukelis, and I think a foul called. It might be on Jalgas. Take a look. This is the bully bucket that tied things at 19. Atanashov delivering again like an Amazon package. .5 seconds to go. Utsunomiya with possession of the rock. All you want to do now is go up ahead, but they missed the shot. Matovic couldn't connect. Now it's flight mode, a bump, no bucket. 1 second on the clock, Saito. And the shot seems like it's out of time. We will go to extra time in this one. Bonus basketball right away here from Zhijiang on the first quarterfinal. That seemed like it was all Raudondvaris Hoptrans, but Utsunomiya fought back like warriors. Tied the game up on a bucket by Atanashov, and look how tired they are. They're playing with 3. All right. Let's see what these teams came up with. And for those of you that don't watch a lot of 3x3 basketball, in case of overtime, the clock is off. Now, the shot clock is still on, but the first team to score 2 wins the game. It's Vingelis on his way to the rack. And the first bucket's on the board, 20-19. Utsunomiya, though, could end things here again with a 2. Saito asks for a screen. It's Matovic on his way to the rack. We tied things at 20. The next score will determine the winner of the quarterfinals here. And the foul on Saito. Didn't like the action on the screen. They had a foul to give. That's number 5 on the Japanese. But Vingelis here. Quick. And Matovic with the answer, so. Vingelis, no end to the game just yet. It's Vingelis underneath now. Bumping, fading, and another foul. This time it might be in the motion of shooting.
Elimination game. It's just about 1 point.
A timeout called. So both teams with a last opportunity to talk things through. So Raudondvaris in possession. Both teams at 6 fouls. Both teams at 20 points. Winner will go on, and an offensive foul called. Offensive foul on the screen here. Saito got hit by the Lithuanian, and a turnover as a result. That's the 7th foul on Raudondvaris. It won't result in free throws as it's offensive. Saito now, game in his hands. Yosuke Saito kicks it to Matovic, and he ends things for Utsunomiya. An upset. Utsunomiya, BREX, he take down the #1 seed out here in Zhijiang. Raudondvaris bite the dust in overtime. It's 3 fellas for the Utsunomiya BREX squad as Suture again not playing. He is here, but he was not stepping on the court. And look at this, Saito. There is help side on the play. Matovic wide open. What a find by Yosuke Saito, who saw Matovic, dropped off the pass, and Matovic delivers the kill shot. Incredible. 3 Warriors get a win. Utsunomiya BREX, he takes down #1 seed Raudondvaris Hoptrans. Your final score in this one, 21-20. Y'all enjoy the highlights, as the first quarterfinal of the day has delivered on the action already. Wow.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, next game. Here is the duel from Germany versus Lausanne from Switzerland. 好的，女士们、先生们，精彩比赛不断。下一场比赛将进行的是来自德国的杜塞尔多夫队对阵来自瑞士的。
Right away, we go into the second quarterfinals here in Zhijiang, China. It's Dusseldorf, LFDY from Germany, and Lausanne from Switzerland stepping to the plate. This is your first seed in Pool D facing your second seed in Pool B. And let's get you reintroduced to the Germans first. It's Leon Fertig stepping out. The nifty ball handlers joined by Kevin Bryant, Niklas Kropp, and Florian Wendler. They picked up 2 wins in Pool D over Qin Hongdao and Beijing to lead pool play and fired on all cylinders. A balanced effort as 3 players averaged 5.5 points a game. Bryant, Fertig, and Wendler, with Kropp not far behind with 4. And on the other end, we have Lausanne, who disappointed slightly with a loss to Zavkhan SAINSCORE, 21-17. They lost that one. They beat Sansar 17-14. And that meant a second seed in Pool B. And it's Malika Ludziewicki, Marco Lehmann, Wes Molteni, and Carlos Martinez, who is at the top of the leaderboards when it comes to both scoring and rebounding. And it looks like Lausanne has a slight adjustment period going on with Malika Ludziewicki joining the squad. Again, he's playing in place of Gilles Martin. I hope Gilles watching somewhere. I think he might be out due to that head injury of his that kept him out of the OQT in Debrecen. Alex Talisainen and Brigitte Chabai-Koshkatu here in the lead as far as refereeing. But hey, a slight adjustment to Malika Ludziewicki being on the squad, I think, for Lausanne. A loss as a result. There's Niklas Kropp, and he is the #1 ranked player in Germany. He's somewhat of a unicorn, a tall and lanky ball handler, led his team in key assists last year. And this is Martinez, the Spaniard on the Swiss team. 23rd in the world is his rank. #1 in Spain. He was at the OQT in Debrecen last week. Couldn't make it past the quarterfinals as his team Spain won't be representing in the Paris Olympics. So he will be representing out here on the pro circuit. Game 2 out of 7 games on the slate today. We'll be here with you all day until about 7:45 p.m. and we'll crown a winner of this second Challenger event here in 2024. Who will make it to the World Tour Masters in Edmonton? We will know in just a bit. 3 tickets to be had and some money to boot. And this team, Dusseldorf, is looking to get close, as is Lausanne. Dusseldorf, and we've talked about this at length, last year started out the season great, but just dropped off a cliff down the stretch of the season. And they're looking to start things off here. Wendler underneath the basket, a mismatch, couldn't connect. Rebound to Martinez. Martinez fakes out and makes out with the first bucket for Team Lausanne. Fertig pass to King. A pass to Bryant. Back to Fertig. Lost to Wilson, so a tough one there for Dusseldorf, who looked like in prime scoring position, but this is Carlos Martinez taking advantage of that prime scoring position. Ludziewicki to the juice man, Marco Lehmann, no make on the 2. It's Bryant from the high post. Looking for Fertig, who steps behind the screen. Can't find Bryant. Is a hustle for the Wilson. That went out of bounds. And Dusseldorf looked to post up Kevin Bryant, who is a good target underneath the basket, but couldn't connect on the pass. So the Swiss back at it. The King West. A handoff to Lehmann. Martinez from the corner. That's 2, and it was almost down. A near miss for Martinez. Wendler feels he has a mismatch with the Juice Man. Wendler delivers, so Dusseldorf's on the board after 1 minute and 10 to play. Last Challenger event, the first one of the year. Dusseldorf also got to the quarterfinals. Bowed out. Fatigue now. Side rims. And a foul on Krop as he pushes Wes Moteni out of position. So a fresh 12 for Lausanne as we take a look at Malik's drive. Ulaanbaatar lightning quick. Martinez, righty hook, off the glass, pretty shot. It's a 3-1 lead for Lausanne. Wendler, look at my footwork. Back and forth. Oh, like that, righty hook. Malik can't answer. Bryant now wide open. They leave him to shoot. He does not make. Gets it back. Gets the king off his feet. And a hard foul by Molteni to make sure there was no score. Only a free throw. Take a look again. Poetry in motion. Martinez, soft touch off the glass. That's a Charmin hook. And then, check out my footwork. Check my footwork. Never mind. See? Y'all have me singing sometimes. It is what it is. Look, if you're just joining us on YouTube, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Like the video. As Malik Ulaanbaatar adds to the Lausanne lead. It's 5-2. Fatigue, no answer. Take a look, Malik, he brings the scoring punch to this Lausanne squad. And they got a 3-point lead as a result. Malik averaging 5 points per game so far in the tournament. Again, brought his services from Team Jeddah last year over to the Swiss squad. He's playing instead of the Wizard of Oz, bringing that Malik magic. Fatigue turning away from him off the glass. That's good. Now it's Malik again, another 2 lined up. No connection on the shot. Wendler, foul on the floor. And Dusseldorf have gone away from what they usually do a bit, which is feature a healthy dose of Florian Wendler and pick and rolls. Now they go to it. Krop and Wendler. Now it's Sharon. Bryant, a good shooter, usually doesn't take a lot of twos. This one was halfway down. That's the 5th foul on Lausanne after 3 minutes of play. So they've been playing a physical contest, but the referees are not having any of it. That could come back to bite them in the behind. Krop. Niklas Krop with the nifty pass, but the King says, get out of here. Access denied. And Krop from long range can't line one up. Bryant secures the board for his squad. Krop tries again. Lefty stroke is broke. Another rebound for Bryant, who's a great rebounder for his size. Foul called. Take a look at this, though. The King says, denied. That's blocked. Likely your last DM. And it's Bryant skying for the steal. Krop slashing, it's tapped out by Holujawiecki. So Dusseldorf will remain possession. But 4.1 seconds on the shot clock. Vertziek stepping back and a foul on the shot. So 2 free throws for Leon Vertziek, the young ball handler for this Lausanne or Dusseldorf LFDY squad. Vertziek active in the Nations Leagues in the past. Played on the German national team last week at that OQT we mentioned earlier, the Olympic qualification tournament in Debrecen, Hungary. A student of the game, is always trying to get better. He's a nifty creator. The shot comes and goes. It's a confidence thing. But a bright future for this young man in 3x3 basketball if he continues on this path. Vertziek gets the second free throw to go. His team within a point. Carlos Martinez lows for a dose, but it's no. Malik is fouled on the rebound. Now, is that a shooting foul? It's Martinez setting up shop underneath the basket. A foul called, and that will be number 4 on the Germans. Malik, uh-oh. Brian got caught reaching in the cookie jar, so 2 free throws coming up for Holujawiecki. The hand for Bryant is in the way. He gets a part of Holujawiecki's arm. That's a shot attempt for sure. Malik splashes the first. Second one's down as well. A 3-point lead as a result. Now it's Bryant on his way to the basket. Gets it back from Wendler. Tries the lob pass. Wendler catches. Doesn't finish underneath. Bryant with the board. No make again. Another rebound for Bryant. Now it's Krop. Slash into the cup, but Dusseldorf cannot buy a bucket right now. There's a lid on the hoop. Can somebody take it off? Carlos Martinez, by the meanwhile, no make again. So Dusseldorf, they go to the pick and roll action, and that will help with the scoring. Wendler, easy finish underneath. We're nearing the halfway mark in this game. It's a low-scoring affair. We've had about the same amount of fouls as we've had scores. Nifty pass there by Krop. Martinez to Holujawiecki, slash into the rack, a righty layup. It's 8-5. Bryant now spinning and winning underneath. So Dusseldorf, they found some offense in the last 2 tries here. And we're at the halfway mark in this second quarterfinal of the day. If you missed it, the first one was an upset as Los hits from way outside. A prayer went down for him. And a 4-point lead for the Swiss. Can the Germans come back into this one? Vertziek, that will help. Holujawiecki, And the teams are just lining up twos left and right. Martinez hits another one. Vertziek steps back. Barely misses that. And a second dribble called for Holujawiecki. So a turnover on Lausanne after it looked like they had clear possession of the Wilson. A score is what Dusseldorf needs. Vertziek trying to shake the king. Vertziek underneath the basket using a rim as protection. Leon Fatigue delivering right when Dusseldorf needs a bucket. Take a look. Dances with the king. Usually that doesn't end up in your favor, but he crosses him over and underneath with the double scoop and a bucket. High post play for Lausanne. It's Martinez. Push shot is down for him, 13-9. So Lausanne in control at this juncture in the game. We're under 4 minutes in Dusseldorf. They've had some trouble scoring consistently. Wendler misses an easy one. Rebound, Lujuwecki. Martinez fakes. Fatigue pushes another shot down. And Lausanne is at a 5-point lead, running away a little bit with this game. Fatigue, they need this too. It's down. Leon Fatigue showing out. Lujuwecki now going at Bryant. Fading on the shot. A foul call on the play. Actually, might be a travel call on the play. But look at Leon Fatigue stepping right into that shot. The bank's open. That must be ING or Deutsche Bank. I'm not sure. Anyway, shot's good. Dusseldorf's back into it. And a good second quarterfinal. A free throw coming up for Lujuwecki, as it was indeed a foul on the play. And that'll be 2 freebies for him, as Dusseldorf is in the bonus. The 7th foul means Lausanne will be taking a trip to the free throw line for 2 easy ones on every defensive foul from now on. Lujuwecki delivering like DoorDash on both those free throws. So a 5-point lead for Lausanne again. Bryant going at Lujuwecki underneath the basket, but we've seen a lot of shots like this for Dusseldorf LFDY. Roll off the rim, front rim, just near misses. And on the other end, it's Martinez. He has kind of taken over this game with a couple of drives here lately. Fatigue looking for space for his shot. No good. A travel's called. So Dusseldorf coming apart at the seams a little bit here. Timeout on the floor. Fatigue looked for some space. Good defense by the juice man, Marco Lehmann, who hasn't featured much this tournament as far as scoring. And this lineup with Lujuwecki, he's not needed to create. He's not screening as much, but still a very good defender, and if need be, a knockdown shooter. And this is what worked so far. The Deutsche Bank for Fatigue, and then underneath, again off the glass. Under 3 minutes in this one. Lujuwecki with an opportunity, but he gets rejected. Wendler with a quick score. Underneath, brings his team back within 2 possessions. It's the king now, directing traffic. Looking for Martinez. Bryant blocking like that mean friend at the bar. It's Martinez off the handoff. Another one of those floating push shots. This one is not a make. So still a 2-possession game as we approach the 2-minute mark in this one. Fatigue now working behind the screen. Hesitation. Attacking the king, who can't put any physicality on him because Lausanne is also in foul trouble with 6 fouls. So a make and a 3-point game now. Lujuwecki pull up for 2. Hustled down the rebound for the team in green is Wendler. For Teague again, they keep going to him in big moments like this. He's looking at that matchup with the king, decides to go to Wendler. Fade away at the end of the shot clock, and it's down. One possession game. Dusseldorf is showing signs of life. They're fighting back. Los underneath. Carlos delivering again. A minute 30 on the clock. Wendler left alone. Bryant facing up with Ulaanbaatar. Bryant to the rack, and a foul called. So Kevin Bryant on his way to the free throw stripe. But look at Wendler with a feather soft touch on that fadeaway. So Kevin Bryant, the 29-year-old out of Ulm, with 2 freebies. The first one, no good. Second one is down. We're back to a one-possession game. 17-15. The juice man looking for Martinez, who's stuck on the baseline. Again, Lehmann Sterning, but not making. Dusseldorf with an opportunity to tie the game on this Bryant shot. Not a lot of luck on the 2-point shots for Bryant in this one, but an offensive foul will give them another shot as we've just breached the 1-minute mark. Martinez is frustrated as he sits down. Lehmann stepping into that screen, and Bryant showing the contact well. 8th foul on Lausanne, who don't get any free throws, or Dusseldorf doesn't get any free throws because it's an offensive foul. Krop to Wendler. Wendler past the king. 17-16. Ulaanbaatar. Oh, beautiful play to Lehmann. For Teague. Dusseldorf needs to score, and they need it badly. For Teague behind the back. Goes to the rack and gets it to go down. We're under 30 seconds. A 1-point game. Ulaanbaatar again. Malik Ulaanbaatar, the new ad, on his way to the rack. Easy scoop, easy make. A 2-point lead for Lausanne in this one. Teague pulls up for 2, and that's off the mark. 11 seconds on the clock. Dusseldorf needs a 2-point make. For Teague to the corner. Gets it to Krop. 5 seconds on the clock. Krop runs into a 2. No way. Second on the clock. Krop, another try from the corner. And that's in! Niklas Krop. A prayer at the buzzer. Will this count? A 19-19 tie as a result. And this is more magical than Fantastic Beasts. Take a look for Teague. Can't get the shot. Krop launches a prayer. It misses. He gets his own rebound. And he brings out all of the Narnia magic on this one. 1-foot fadeaway with the left hand on the baseline. And it uses 2 bounces to drop down. And the referees will take a very, very good look in this one. Call on the floor was a 2-point make. This can only be overturned if they have clear evidence that it's out of the time. And Krop miraculously brings his team back in this one, unless the referees decide this didn't count. We will find out. What a make by Niklas Krop. A 1-foot prayer, so it counts. We go to overtime for the second quarterfinal in a row. A 19-19 tie. Now again, overtime means the clock is off, the shot clock's on. The first team to score 2 wins. Lausanne start with possession. They go to Malik. A screen from Molteni. And another screen for Molteni. It's Ulaanbaatar. A wild shot, and it goes down. Malik Ulaanbaatar, the new addition to Lausanne, heaves up a 2-point kill shot to take care of the Germans for Dusseldorf. Wow. Take a look. He gets a screen. He's stuck between two players, spins, throws it up, and it's down. Ulaanbaatar delivering in his first tournament on the pro circuit with Team Lausanne. And the Swiss come away with an overtime victory against the Germans. Your final score in this one, 21-19. 2 quarterfinals down, 2 overtimes had. What a day from Zhejiang. Y'all enjoy these highlights. We'll be right back with more action.
好，现场的朋友们，让我们掌声欢迎浙江的啦啦操队，为我们带来精彩的表演。方程式天啦地啦，思考无常。
北京队。哇！已经感受到了现场观众朋友们的热情。Next game, Team Zavkhan from Mongolia versus Beijing, China. 世界领先运动品牌 Wilson 威尔胜提供高性能运动装备和运动配件，赋能每个人像运动员一样生活，输球制胜，威尔胜。 的女士们、先生们，这场 L 要对阵的是扎布汗队对阵北京队。Ladies and gentlemen, first let's bring team Zavkhan SAINSCORE. Number 3, John.
So we jump into the next quarterfinals, and it's Team Zavkhan SAINSCORE coming out first. Zavkhan, 2 wins on day 1. Took down Samsar MMC Energy, or took down the Samsar squad, and Team Lausanne, 2 wins and a first place in Pool B for the Mongolian squad. They're led in scoring by Bail Jung, and he's joined by Nyam Dorj, Bayer Sakhan, and Eng Taiwan. These fellas, they surprised a lot of people on day 1. Is a team that has explosive scoring capabilities. Jung is at the top of the scoring boards, hitting 6 of 11 for 2 for a ridiculous 55% from beyond the arc. They're going to be playing Team Beijing. And Beijing, a little bit of a mixed bag yesterday, a 21-12 victory over Qinangdao. But a loss to Team Dusseldorf put them in second in Pool D. There's Sungwei Zhu, joined by Yuanbo Zhu, Yun Peng, and Han Yu Guo. And these fellas, again, representing Team Beijing. Han Yu Guo, the leading scorer with 7 points per game on day 1. And their Achilles heel has reared its head again. Have not connected on a lot of shots from beyond the arc. Just enough, though. And your referees in this one, Chen Wing Liang and Alex Talisainen. So there's Young, again, 7 points per game, a high percentage of shots from beyond the 2-point arc go down for him. The MVP of the FIBA 3x3 Ulaanbaatar Super Quest. And there's Songwei Zhu. Topped the field in dunks on day 1, went off for about 4 in a row. He has 8 points so far. I think half of them have been dunks. And him and Yuanbo Zhu connected on some beautiful passes. Now this man is a man to watch out for. Bayer Sakhan can go off in a game. He was the spark plug in a win over Lausanne with 6 points and an important 2 made at the end of that game. So Eng Sakhan, Bayer Sakhan. You watch out for that man. The best rebounder, I think, in this pack is Ulaanbaatar Nyamdorj. For his size, is a great rebounder. Gets a lot of offensive boards as well. But an interesting matchup between these 2 teams. This is your 3rd quarterfinal. If you just tuned in, first of all, what are you doing? But besides that, look, a couple things I need you to do. First of all, hit the subscribe button below. Second of all, as Bayer Sakhan puts Zavkhan SAINSCORE on the board. Second, follow our official account at FIBA 3x3. You can follow me as well at BAZZ50. Hit me with the message. We'll talk some about the games. But also, look on that official Instagram account at FIBA 3x3. Check out some of the highlights from the previous games, because we've had 2 quarterfinals and 2 overtime victories so far here in Zhijiang, on our way to determine who will make it to the Edmonton Masters later on in the year. A foul underneath the basket on Eng Taiwan. So a free throw coming up for Han Yu Guo, again, who's leading his team in scoring in this one. 7 points per. And you can hear the crowd. Team Beijing's on the board. And Taiwan called for travel. Zavkhan, this is their 2nd pro circuit event of the year. They went to the Zhijiang Challenger as well, as did Beijing, by the way. Both teams bowing out in the quarterfinals. Nyamdorj misses the hook shot.
继续保持比赛的强度。
So a bit of confusion, but possession to Team Beijing. And they run a high post play with Zhu in control of the Wilson. He steps behind the line, lines up a 2, and that's down. Jung, can he answer? Rebound, chased down by Payne. And it's Zhu on his way to the rack. The other Zhu, that is, Songwei Zhu. So Beijing sitting comfortably on a 4-1 lead. Jung looking for a shot to get closer. Rebound again to the taller Beijing squad. A steal, but dribbled off his foot. Yondorj couldn't control the Wilson, but take a look again as Ulaanbaatar 2 feet behind the line. And make sure to put that 2 in his eye. Zhu at it again. It's Guo. They got him going to his left. And alley-oop play. Songwei Zhu smashing like 2 potatoes.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. This is our home court.
Wow.
Let's go.
Whoa. With the lob to Zhu, and that's beautiful. And by Zavkhan, Ulaanbaatar can't get it to go down. Zavkhan needs some offense. It's Peng stepping into a 2, no make. Rebound again to Beijing, who've been controlling the boards. A kick out to Guo on the drive. And Guo somehow gets that to go down. He sneaks through for another bucket. Zavkhan is the only one who has scored so far for Team Zavkhan after 2 minutes of play. They've been blitzed early on. Zavkhan with his second point on the board. A 2-possession game. Back at it.
Zavkhan, left-hand drive, 1.26.
Peng with the pretty pass, and then Guo with the ball fake and the make. Zavkhan SAINSCORE back into it. It's Zavkhan looking for Engtavon. Engtavon is pushed in the back by the smaller Guo. Jung open for 2, a foul on the play. So the Korean will step to the free throw stripe for 2 shots. An opportunity for Zavkhan to gain some confidence as their offense has been lacking so far in the game. And Jung, again, their leading scorer, splashes the first freebie. Second one also good. So a 6-4 game. Peng spins, loses the Wilson. Yondorj picks it up. It's Zavkhan stepping behind the line, splashing like a kiddie pool. We are tied at 6. Zavkhan has found their offense. And again, I told you they can go off in a hurry. Sok and Zhu. Pass is broken up. Zavkhan just launches that. Shot clock was running low, I believe. Now it's Zhu. Ulaanbaatar Zhu in the post. Gets deterred. But a travel on Zavkhan on that clear. So possession back to Team Beijing. So our first TV timeout in what looked like at first a run out for the Beijing squad, but Zavkhan found some offense and they found the late Zhu though. Bang.
保持好强度，保持比赛的专注力，全力每个攻防，绝不松懈，继续拼了！7比6领先1分。
A back screen for Songwei Zhu, catching it in the mid post, spinning, but missing the hook. So Zavkhan SAINSCORE back at it. It's BREX, lightning quick, a kick out. Wide open is Eng Taivon, but can't make it. So Team Beijing playing help side defense. Even Ulaanbaatar Eng Taivon wide open. And he can't make him pay. So, men in black back at it. Beijing playing in the black and burgundy. And Ulaanbaatar Zhu this time. It's been both Zhu's picking up some steam, but BREX keeping his team in it with his second 2-point make. A foul called underneath the basket. Ulaanbaatar Eng Taivon decided against that, but BREX again, lightning in a bottle, this guy. He can go off in a hurry. And that's what makes this team Zavkhan so dangerous, him and Jung. Whoa. Looking for Zhu with a great seal and an easy layup. Put that man in bubble wrap. You know, you seal things in bubble wrap. No, come on. It's Eng Taivon now spinning into a righty hook that's off the rim. A new 12-second shot clock for the Chinese. Beijing, they got the crowd behind them. They got Zhu in the mismatch with BREX. He fades on the shot and can't make. Rebounds picked up by Peng though, and he will deliver. BREX on a quick shot from the top of the key, rims out. Oh, a 2-point lead for Beijing here. It's Peng now. Peng's been a little bit off the mark. And that rolled out. A foul called on the missed shot. So we are at the halfway mark in this one. Another tight quarterfinal, as we've grown accustomed to out here in Zhijiang in the library square. Oh, Guo had bad intentions, but got his shot wiped. A foul called. Yamdorj can't believe it. Yamdorj gets a piece of the Wilson, but also a piece of hand on that. 6th foul on Zavkhan SAINSCORE, and Hanyu Guo on the free throw stripe as a result. The former member of Team Fujian played with Thibaut Vervoort, the Mayo von der Horst last year, now a member of Team Beijing. Ulaanbaatar Yamdorj been quiet in this game. A righty hook is deterred. And there's foul number 7 on Zavkhan. They've been hacking like the dark web. And a pair of free throws coming up as a result. Not a smart play by Jung there.
问题，又帅又能打。
It's 12-8. Make that 13-8, so a 5-point lead for the Chinese squad. Bayar Saikhan has been the bright spot and continues his hot shooting. 13-10. Zhu, no answer, but Zhu on the other, well, the other Zhu actually, underneath with the finish. A quick shot by Eng Taiwan. It's 14-10. Zhu, bully ball underneath. Easy make. Zavkhan can't play physical anymore. They're in foul trouble. Bayar Saikhan keeping his team in it with some opportunistic shooting. Now it's Nyamdors to the basket and evades everybody, but also evades the basket. An offensive rebound will help. Bang to Zhu. Zhu on a drive, kicks it out, help side's given. So now Zhu with a pass for takeoff! Songwei Zhu! Don't do that to a man! You don't do that to a man! A TV timeout, but I would like a look at that dunk again. Wow.
That's what I'm talking about, yo. 全场知道的朋友再一次告诉我，中国队打得帅不帅？
Songwei Zhu cleared for takeoff, brings the boom.
全场加油的声音不要
Take a look at the energy. Zhu, you can't do that to a grown man, come on. Anyway, poster alert. This is on your top 5 plays for sure. My goodness. 5-point lead, and he probably wishes he had that back. It would have been a 6-point lead for Beijing. He let it slip out of his hands. So Zavkhan, again, they're never out of games. They're a very potent offensive team, not so far in the game. But Jung can go off in a hurry. Bayar Saikhan can as well. Another 2 up, another 2 down for the young Mongolian. Guo. Sharon with Zhu. Back to Guo. And possession back to the team in Burgundy. Bayar Saikhan from the Enlio logo. Why not? The man is unconscious. It's 16-15. And it's been Beijing versus Eng Saikhan, Bayar Saikhan. Jung wants to get in on the action. No make. A rebound back to Beijing. 2-point lead. We're under 3 minutes, but I don't think we're going to make it the distance in this one. Guo barely misses the layup. But Eng Saikhan, Bayar Saikhan showing out here for Zavkhan SAINSCORE. Wow. The man is lightning in a bottle. And he's doing everything he can to keep his team close in this game against a Beijing team with players that have a lot more pro circuit experience. But it doesn't matter if you can shoot it like Bayar Saikhan can shoot it. Zhu just cleared a body. I thought we were at least going to see one poster today, but it's been electric so far in Zhejiang. Jung fading away on the 2, a foul on the shot, 2 free throws coming up for the Korean.
Foul is on the floor. It's not a shooting foul, so only possession, no free throw.
Wait a minute. Is that foul on the floor? It is called on the floor. So, no free throws, just possession for the Mongolians. Bayar Saikhan takes the check. Jung again, another attempt from beyond the arc, and don't let a shooter shoot that much. 17-17, the game is tied. Ping answers for Beijing. 2 from the corner is good. Bayar Saikhan now looking for space. He's hounded, but Jung's open. Another try A rebound to Nyandors. Kicks it out. There's Zavkhan again. And it's down. It's 19-19. A 2-point shot will end it. Peng gets blocked. Nyandors to Jung. Jung with a look at it. And Jung ends it. Bail Jung ends it for Zavkhan SAINSCORE. They fight from behind. They stick close in this game. And they end up picking up a win as a result in the quarterfinals. Wow. Zavkhan SAINSCORE. It was Zavkhan keeping him close, and Jung woke up late with a couple of 2-point makes to get his team a victory here in a stunner over home team Beijing. Look again, Jung woke up at the right time. Splashes for 2. Zavkhan was on one all game, and then Bail Jung had a look for the win, didn't hesitate, and delivered the kill shot in your third quarterfinal of the day. Your final score in this one, 21-19. Y'all enjoy these highlights as we get ready for the next one.
Okay, the warm-up session is over. Please get ready for the team intro. 热身活动结束。
So we got the quarterfinal on deck. All three earlier quarterfinals have delivered so far today. An incredible action from Zhijiang, China, and now it's between these two teams who will determine who's going to move on into the semifinals with a chance at tickets to the Edmonton Masters. I know one man who wants to make it there. We'll get to him, but it's pandemonium coming out first for Ulaanbaatar, who picked up 2 victories in Pool C play yesterday, beat Utsunomiya BREX XE by the skin of their teeth, an 18-17 victory. Then took down Shinagawa 22-11. And in that game, Steve was Surin. 4 for 5 from beyond the 2-point arc for the 41-year-old Canadian from Edmonton. Yes, you heard that right. He would love to make it out to the Masters. Delgernyam Davasambu and Dulgan Enkbat joined Pandemonium and the Canadian Cowboy for this team, Ulaanbaatar. And they're going to be facing off with a potent Wuxi squad. They picked up a victory over the Saitama Alphas, lost to Raudondvaris, but it was a 21-17 takedown. And it's Andrew Kelly, Yushuan Liu, Aorang Wang, and Yang Chen Chen who delivered the shot to take down the Saitama Alphas. These are your 4 fellas for Wuxi, WenLv. And again, they came in second in Pool A action. Only losing to the Lithuanians for Raudondvaris Hoptrans, who are already out of the tournament. So it's China versus Mongolia. And your referees in this one, Eddie Liu and Chen Wing Leong. Both teams will get ready to get warmed up. For Ulaanbaatar, it was, as I alluded to, Steve Sir leading the way, scoring it at 5 points per game, or 7 points per game. I apologize, 33% from beyond the arc, a 6 for 18 total, so most volume of 2s taken for sure. Andrew Kelly's been the star for Team Wuxi, as he's led them in scoring and rebounding at 6 points per game. Most of his damage has come from inside the arc, where he finishes at a ridiculous clip, 79%. No shots from outside the arc hit for Kelly so far. A former member of Team Liman. 5 rebounds per game to boot. So Kelly is having himself a tournament for sure. And we'll see what Wuxi can do against the experience of the Ulaanbaatar squad. It's Kelly with the rock, sharing it. And he's getting it back, but comes up limping a little bit there. Blows a tire. It's the Pandemonium. Gonjigotsok with the first 2 down for Ulaanbaatar. Ball almost saved, but it's Kelly. No clear just yet, so he has to go outside first. The 2's up, not down. Rebound goes to Wang. Wang. Deep 2, no good. Socked with the board. Socked on the drive, kicks it to the bull, and he be bulling. But you know what? That shot is wild. A heave for Sock. The bull picks it up, another heave. Shot missed. Rebound back to Wuxi. It's Chen with the rock. Gets it back from Kelly. Chen dancing behind the screen, looking for Andrew Kelly. But a push on the screen means an offensive foul to the Chinese squad. Take a look as nobody closes out on Gonjigotsok. This man is a capable shooter. So far on the tournament, only 1 2-point shot made for him, 25% make rate. There's Steve Sir, the longtime 3x3 veteran, player coach for this Ulaanbaatar squad. Would love nothing more than to make it to the Edmonton Masters in his hometown. is fighting off the taller Yushuan Liu in this possession. A foul as a result. Chen now to Kelly. A flare screen. Liu in possession, hands it off. Well, tries to hand it off to Chen. Chen is dancing with the ball and it went out of bounds. So Delger Nyamda Fasambu securing possession for his squad. Fasambu continuing his good play here in 2024. He's at 5 points per game in this tournament. Kelly to Liu. Liu on a rack attack, fading on the shot. That's a make. Wuxi's on the board. A foul on Kelly as he's trying to stay close to Steve Sir. As Steve proved again yesterday, he needs no daylight to get a shot up. He went 4 for 5 against Shinagawa. I think out of 4 makes, 3 were heavily contested. It don't matter when you can shoot like Steve. The man's a cowboy. Kelly. It's Chen on a rack attack, but lost to Wilson. Travel called on the play. Pandemonium to Steve Sir. Sir fading on the shot. That doesn't matter. Man is a knockdown shooter. It's 3-1. Kelly. Looked like he was cleared for takeoff, but a scoop shot. But behind our back, evading all the traffic, gets blocked by Liu, but a foul called on the play. Enkbot try to get swifty with it. And we'll take a trip to the free throw line as a result. So just to keep you guys updated on this Wuxi squad, it's fully different from last year. Obviously, Mr. Robot no longer a part of the team as he took his services to Fushanani. And they put this team together with players from different squads. Chen blew a tire. Yang Hei Chen, he was on Fujian. Warang Hong was on Team Wuhan. Yushan Liu was actually on UB last year, a big part of their winning season. And Andrew Kelly played a tournament for Liman. These 4 fellas got put on the same squad and impressed me a little bit on day one. They can score, they got the shooting capability with Huang, who shows it off as you go. 4-4 game. Sir shares it with the Bull, who's bullying underneath. Foul on the floor. He is wide-bodied, has such a low center of gravity. It's very, very tough to stop that man from personal experience, as I used to be a player. Sir. No space needed. Steve Sir, are you serious? 6-4. Kelly spinning away from Sir. Had a righty layup, but see, the microphone's in the right spot. We can hear Steve talk about the fact that there might have been a holding on the play on the offensive end. No call, but a miss, and that's gotten us to a TV timeout. In a game so far that has lacked some of the explosiveness of the first 3 quarterfinals. We might get to that though, no worries. Both teams have been deliberate in their motions. Huang had a nice bucket, 2 up, 2 down, and take a look at the Swifty. Dogun Enkbot. Steve is fired up. That Edmonton Masters means a lot to him. Wants to make it out to his hometown. Kelly attacking the rack lefty lay. And we're within a point. It's the Bull freezing the defense, trying to line up a 2. Well, front rims that one. Chen working behind the screen. Chen trying to clear some space for himself. A shot from the logo for Chen rims off. Kelly saves it though. Now it's Liu. Chen with Enkbot in front of him. Chen going to Liu, and the connection is off. Somebody turned off the Bluetooth. That pass goes sailing out of bounds. Sir, wide open. That's a layup to the man. Misses the layup then. And this team still holding on to a 1-point advantage as we approach the 6-minute mark in this game. Chen. Sharon with Kelly. Kelly spinning and winning at 6-6.
Okay, good.
Sir almost lost to Wilson. Take a look at the precision passing for Wuxi WenLv. Kelly on the receiving end finishes with the lay. It's the Bull now charging at the basket. They go back to Chen. Now he steps back. Chen delivering, and Wuxi picks up a lead. It's 8-7. Chen has been working behind the screens. This time he denies it, and that misdirection is enough to get a 2 in Steve Sir's eye. So Ulaanbaatar needs some offense. They post up the Canadian. Foul as a result. That is number 6 on Wuxi, who are at the bonus. The next defensive foul will mean 2 free throws for the squad from Mongolia's capital. Sir sharing with the Bull finishing underneath. We're tied at 8. Just a beautifully designed play. And Wuxi tries to do the same. Liu misses the easy lay. Sok now. And there's Steve Sir wide open again. I told you that's a layup to him. An offensive foul on the screen there. But Steve Sir is more serious than Siri. You got that? Sir, serious, Siri. You know what? Doesn't matter. All you need to do is hit the subscribe button below on YouTube. Hit us up on our official account at FIBA 3x3. Promise you there won't be a lot of these dad jokes. Enkbot wants a 2, no good.
Nice switch.
And it's the Bull with the scoop. That's bucket flavor. Ulaanbaatar's got a 3-point lead. Kelly. Wuxi need a score, and they need it badly. Kelly driving, missing, but got hacked. Kelly secures a bucket from the free throw stripe. It's a 1-possession game, 11-9. We are under the halfway mark in this one. Odgonjer Gold Sok bumbles his way to a score.
Wuxi 加油！
It's Chen now. They go looking for Liu. Liu's got the size advantage, but Dulgun Enkbot closes the door. Get out of here.
两队都有各自的节奏。
A kick out talk now from the outside. Yes, sir. It's pandemonium out here. A Gonjigo talk is going off. Kelly loses the defense. Answers for Wuxi. Back to the Bulls, stuck in between two players. Stock picks up the Wilson, sharing is caring, but the Bulls been camping out. A 3-second call as a result. And our second TV time out is upon us. In an entertaining contest, all of the quarterfinals so far have been. Look, all of these teams want to get a spot at the Edmonton Masters, July 6th and 7th. No one more than this man right here, though. Steve Sir hails from Edmonton, wants to make it to the Masters in his hometown. And he's got his Mongolian squad firing on all cylinders. And we're getting down to that last stretch of the game to determine who's going to move on out of this last quarterfinal. Ulaanbaatar right now in the driver's seat with a 4-point lead. Wang. Oh, Wang takes his team by the hand. Back within a possession now. And there's been a lot of 2-point shots in this game. It's the shooting prowess for both teams shining through. An offensive foul on the Bull. Wang gets a screen. Flare action. Kelly on the receiving end, but it's broken up. Enkbot with the thievery. Sir now, a quick 2, no make, Sogged with the board. Enkbot is fouled, and that's not a smart foul, as that is number 8 on Wuxi, which means we'll see Dulgun Enkbot step to the free throw strike for 2 looks at a 1-point score. And this happens when you're in the bonus. The bonus is set at 7 fouls. Once Wuxi gets to 10, if they do, that's the double bonus, the dreaded double bonus, because that means 2 free throws and possession every time you foul on defense. Enkbot, cool as a polar bear's toenails. Cooler than a polar bear's toenails, I have to say. Sorry, come on. Can't mess up a quote from Outkast, the great Outkast. Anyway, Enkbot splashing again. And it's Wuxi looking at a 4-point deficit again. Kelly with the screen, Chen working behind it. This time he opts to drive, a lefty layup as a result. Back to the man in yellow. It's the Bull with a mismatch. Big dribble, spins, but can't make. He's on the ground, so it's 3-on-2 now. Wang is wide open. That man's a shooter. 16-15, Warong Hong keeping his team in things. The Bull tries to answer, does not. And with Steve Sir on the bench, it's Ulaanbaatar relinquishing a bit of their lead. Chen has been good operating. Chen now hand in his face and a missed shot. Kelly tries to track down the board. Who's that out on? So the Bull be bulling, but he leaves one short. And is back late on defense, and that gives Warong Hong an opportunity to get that shot to go down. So both teams aren't giving each other an inch. And another entertaining quarterfinal, another tight one, ladies and gentlemen, as we've had them all day. It's Wuxi with the possession here with 2:20 on the clock. They're looking at a 1-point deficit. Now it's Wang trying to get some space behind the screen. He shares with Kelly. What a pass. We tied at 16. Steve, yes sir. Sharing with Enkbot. That's another layup made. Both teams sharper than a Judo knife. Chen spinning, not making. Steve Sir got in the way of that. He gets a quick 2 lined up. No make on that, but the rebound to Enkbot, who hustles it down and puts his team up 2. Kelly, can he answer? The leading scorer for this Wuxi squad. Got his cookies taken. Enkbot just takes his cookies, shares with Sok, who can't get the layup. But an opportunity here for Ulaanbaatar. An offensive foul as a result. Sok not standing still on the handoff there. You have to keep 2 feet on the ground. The crowd here in Zhijiang obviously favoring one of the teams. Team Wuxi is getting some cheers. That man has kept his team in the game with timely shots. Can he do so again? Huang, hounded by Enkbot, somehow, someway gets it back. It was almost stolen, but his team's back within 1. The bull to the rack, evading all the long arms, but a fresh shot clock for Steve to work with, and yes, that is good. Oh, a technical foul extended on Sir. So Steve with the 2-point splash. As we look back at Wang, who got that Wilson back off of Steve. And Steve got open for 2, putting his team up 3. But on the transition here, he steps in the path of the Wilson. The foul's called, so that's a technical foul, which means Wuxi will get a free throw and possession. An opportunity for Chen here to get his team close, and he delivers. So a 1-possession game, 20-18. Wuxi, they need a score. Actually, it's Ulaanbaatar possession. Oh, wait a minute. That's what I thought. I think that's going to be Wuxi possession here. So Wuxi need a score. They need it badly. We're at the 1-minute mark. Chen to Wang. A screen for Chen, and Wang with the rock in his hands. They look for Kelly, can't find him. Wang operating, stepping back, a 2 for Wang. Rims off. 1-point bucket needed for Ulaanbaatar to make it to the semifinals. It's the Bull on the move, and the Bull with shot to end the game. Del Gernyam Davasabu putting Ulaanbaatar on to the semifinals. In another tight contest here from Zhijiang, China, it's the Bull going to the rack, charging into a layup, and making sure his team moves on. Here in Zhijiang, your final score in this contest, 21 Ulaanbaatar MMC Energy, 18 Wuxi WenLv. We will not be seeing Wuxi again, Ulaanbaatar. We'll see them in the semifinals. That is all coming up next from Zhijiang here. We got a short break coming up first. Next game is slated to start at 6 p.m. local time. Do not go anywhere. Enjoy these highlights, and I'll see you there.
谢啦啦队员们的精彩表现，谢谢。好的，现场的观众朋友们，下一场的比赛是来自日本的羽龙队对阵来自瑞士的洛桑队。Okay, 5 minutes warm up. 5 minutes warm up. Ladies and gentlemen, next game, semi-final 1. Utsunomiya from Japan versus Lausanne from Switzerland. 好的，女士们、先生们，下一场比赛为第一场半决赛，来自日本的羽龙队对阵来自瑞士的洛桑队。
It's the Mountain Boss Rosendahl in your ear for the semifinals here from Zhijiang, China. My voice is still recovering from the quarterfinals, to be honest with you. You will see two teams on deck that have played an overtime game in Utsunomiya, BREX, XE, and Lausanne. They needed bonus basketball to make it out here to the semifinals in Zhijiang, the second FIBA 3x3 Challenger event of 2024. And we're about to get ready to determine who's going to pick up the tickets to the Edmonton Masters July 6th and 7th to play on the World Tour. Here's your team, Utsunomiya, BREX, EXE. They're playing with three. It's Danilo Matovic who delivered the final bucket, the nail in the coffin for the number one seeded Raudondvaris Hoptrans that they took down 21-20 in overtime and in the quarterfinals. He's joined by Yosuke Saito, Theodor Atanashov, and that man hobbling in is Petar Suchur. He's a part of the team. He's on the bench. He's not playing, though. So these fellas have represented Japan, Utsunomiya, playing with three players, which is incredible. And it's been working so far. They'll be taking on Lausanne, who needed bonus basketball themselves, as Dusseldorf stormed back into the game, tied things up at the buzzer. Overtime had Malik Ulaanbaatar take the first shot, a wild two, but it dropped. 11 points for Ulaanbaatar in that one. And he's joined by Carlos Martinez, Wes Molteni, and Marco Lemat, a.k.a. the Juice Man. Both these teams, again, squeaking through the quarterfinals. And now face each other to try to see who can make it to the finals here in Zhijiang. Again, we are part of a 20 challenger roster so far in the year. The second one, as we kick things off just 2 weeks ago in Korea. Now we've moved on to China. Alex Talisainen and Chen Wing Liang, the referees in this one. So 20 challengers events announced so far. We have 18 master events. We had the finals announced last week, taking place in Hong Kong. Now, if you're just joining us, I need you to do one thing. You need to mash that subscribe button below. If you want to keep updated on all of the 3x3 content, you do that, as well as follow our official account. We had some ridiculous shots. We had some posters today. You can find those on our Instagram at FIBA 3x3. And make sure you follow that to take a look at all of the 3x3 action this year in a packed 2024 season. It feels like we've been at it for a while, but we just started. We've had 3 Olympic qualification tournaments on the national team side. We have the Olympics coming up, obviously. The pro circuit, this is the 3rd tournament. A Masters and 2 challengers down in a packed year. It's continuing right here, right now from the Zhejiang Library Square, as we have 3 10-minute sprints left to determine which 3 of these 4 teams will move on to Edmonton. It's Lausanne to start with the rock, and the 10-minute sprint is underway. The Juice Man to Martinez. Ulaanbaatar to Lehmann. Lehmann has been quiet so far and can't start with a score. Matovic. Lefty hook is good. Matovic had 7 points in that win over Raudondvaris in the quarterfinals. Now it's Martinez with the layup. It's a 1-1 game. Saito lobbing it up to Atanashov. Atanashov is the tournament's leading scorer. Gets smacked on the arm. Atanashov, another cool 10 points in that game against Raudondvaris. He's averaging just over 10 points per game. It's 31 points in 3 games. It's 10.33 for your math heads out there. So Atanashov, good from the stripe. And it's Ulaanbaatar, a wild pass. King West can't control it. It's out of bounds. Possession back to the men in burgundy.
日本远东队的球权。
Matovic to Saito. Saito stepping all the way back at 2's launch, no good. Atanashov cannot get his mitts on the board. Olujuweki at 2's up, but not down. I just want to give a huge shout out to these Utsunomiya BREX guys. Look, obviously I don't favor anyone, but they've been playing like warriors. Playing with 3 in a game of 3x3 is so tough. A 10-minute sprint, you need some breaks. Nobody's getting any. And the king, oh, blew the layup. And now a foul and a bucket. So Wes Molteny stat padding out there. Missing the 2, getting his own board. Flipping up and over the layup and then getting a bump and a bucket. Chance to add to it from the stripe. Saito sharing with Matovic. Natovic delivering with the smash.
Nice assist.
That's a potent combination between the legs of the king and a dunk on the back end. Lehmann is hobbled on the play there. Looks like he might have twisted an ankle. So it might be really 3x3 at this stage. Lehmann on the bench. Suchu on the other end has not come off the bench in the tournament. Saito lines one up, front rim. The man's legs must be sore. This is their 4th game in 2 days playing with 3. Martinez, he's not that tired. The Spaniard lays it up and off the glass. Saito again lobbing it up, but there's a hand in there. Atanashov couldn't get to it. Olujuweki, a leading scorer for Lausanne now. Easy layup. Now he has to guard Matovic. He gives up a little bit of size. Martinez, Atanashov tried to foul him, but referees are not calling anything now, so 5-4. Now it's Atanashov underneath. A business decision by Olujuweki using the foul to stop the Serbian savant from scoring. And there's Olujuweki's slight hesitation, freezes the defense. Easy layup up and off the glass. Saito now back to it for for Utsunomiya BREX. Atanashov stepping behind the line, no make. Olujuweki behind the screen, launches a 2. So Lausanne with the reset, a fresh 12 on the shot clock. And this is what we've seen all day. Martinez just casually driving at the rack, getting the layups to go. It's becoming normal, but it's actually a great skill. We see Lehmann back out on the court, so that ankle must be fine and no longer hobbled. The Juice Man, a longtime member of this team, Lausanne. And a timeout on the floor as we see Martinez delivering with the righty lay. And Olujuweki as well with an easy make. Saito. They look for Atanashov. I have not been able to find him just yet. He's matched up with Wes Molteni, who's a feisty defender. It's Saito now, Atanashov in position. Right as he gets the mismatch, he delivers right away. Atanashov has had such a good start to the 24 season here personally, as far as stats go. He's averaging over 8 points a game, over 6 rebounds a game. In a game to 21, that's a lot. Malik somehow gets that shot to go. Lausanne a 2-point lead. Saito's shot is wiped off the glass. Get that out of here. Access denied. The king protecting his castle. Ulaanbaatar with the lay. Saito, pretty play for Atanashov. A miscommunication on the defensive end for Lausanne. And the Serbian big is open once again for an easy lay. Slips the screen here, walks right into a layup, no one around him. Oh, Ulaanbaatari's fouled. Saito with some extra physicality on that. Floors being wiped as we get a second to catch our breath in this one. I appreciate that. Thank you, referee Talasainen. Anyway, Lausanne is up 1. We're just under the 6-minute mark in this one. And Martinez kicks it out. There's the shooter, Lehmann. Has not shot it well in the tournament so far, and it continues his woes. And Matovic, meanwhile, securing a trip to the free throw stripe. So again, this team, Utsunomiya, BREX, actually playing with 3, and with Saito at the steering wheel and Matovic and Atanashov underneath the basket, they've been extremely efficient. 13 for 18 from 1 in their quarterfinal win over Raudondvaris, but Martinez is delivering from the 2-point arc again. He's had a good tournament. Malik with the thievery, finding King West underneath, and the King with the smash. That chemistry is building. Y'all take out the periodic table for this team Lausanne with the new ad Malik Ulaanbaatar with the thievery here. And a great find, the King underneath delivers with the 2-hand spike. Atanashov to Saito underneath, the answer's there for Utsunomiya. They're still looking at a 3-point deficit. Now it's Wes with a post up. 1 dribble, 2 dribbles, a kick out. Martinez slicker than an oil spill. 12-7. Blows for his second dose in a row. Atanashov, no answer. Rebounds, now it's side open. All by himself. Yeah, there you go. I try to sing there, but my voice is just busted, people. I apologize. That was horrible. Anyway, 12-9. Ulaanbaatar, another 2-pointer down. Lausanne is firing away. And a 5-point lead to boot. As they are knocking shots down. Saito connects on this one. But it's Ulaanbaatar swishing like a runway model. And here we go, Saito to Atanashov, and that man just keeps going. Feed the parking meter. Theodor Atanashov is a bucket, ladies and gentlemen. Martinez, another one of those shots, and Lausanne is getting loose in the last few minutes here. They've been getting buckets like a leaky roof. But Utsunomiya just continues to stick in games like this. Now it's Martinez, the misdirection from the corner. Another 2 up, another 2 down. I think Utsunomiya might be running out of gas because there's no defense to be found. Matovic makes it a 5-point game. Again, Martinez can't continue the shooting clinic. And the juice man on the cut, delivering with some lemonade. A foul on the king.
Okay, TV timeout.
A TV timeout here, and both teams will try to regroup. But Lausanne, they got more twos, more deuces, I have to say, than Japanese selfies. Just out here, unconscious from beyond the arc. And then they sprinkle in some of this action as well. So comfortable lead here for the Swiss. Can Utsunomiya mount a comeback here, as they did against the Lithuanians in the quarterfinals? Atanashov held up a foul as a result.
Okay, no basket.
But this team, Utsunomiya, looked at a 5-point deficit late against Raudondvaris, then took over the game to force overtime. Can they do so again? The deficit this time is at 6. And they can't stop Martinez on his way to the rack. A hard layup. Tanashov knows they needed 2. He gets open on the pick and pop, no make. And Ulaanbaatar has the game in his hands. Spins off the rim. King West wants the rock, slips it. Beautiful pass. That's a 5-star dish if I've ever seen one. 20-12. Saito, no answer for Utsunomiya, who again looked like they ran out of gas. Now it's Malik Ulaanbaatar, game in his hands. Oh, great pass. That man's cooler than a James Bond martini. It's close, with the final nail in the coffin for the 3 Warriors for the Utsunomiya BREX squad. Went down to the wire, but a pretty pass by new addition Ulaanbaatar, and it's Martinez delivering at the back end. So we will see Team Lausanne in the finals. Utsunomiya will have to bring out the calculators after the next semifinal to see if they can do anything as far as rank. A 3rd rank will still get them to Edmonton, and we'll take that out. The final score in this one, 21-12. Y'all enjoy these highlights. Don't go anywhere.
是第2场半决赛，获胜的队伍将要进到决赛，所以本场比赛也是将会非常的激烈。两支来自蒙古国的队伍的对阵，让我们一起期待他们精彩的表现。Okay, the warm-up session is over. Warm-up session is over. Please get ready for the team intro. Thank you.
So the next semifinals will be between two teams that know each other very well. It's Zavkhan, SAINSCORE, and Ulaanbaatar MMC Energy, both hailing from Mongolia. Good news for these teams is that because they both have not lost a game, they are already secure for a spot in Edmonton. So joy on the side of the Mongolians, because we just saw Utsunomiya lose their semifinal, and because they've already lost the game, they're for sure going to be ranked 4th anyway. We are getting introduced to the teams here. So Zavkhan SAINSCORE coming in with Beijing, 6 points for him in a takedown of Team Beijing. He's joined by Ulaanbaatar Taiwan. And this man was on one in the last game. Eng Saikhan, Bayar Saikhan, 6 for 9 on 2s, 14 points. Ulaanbaatar Nyamdorj closes out the squad. This is Zavkhan SAINSCORE. Again, they got a ticket in their bag to the Edmonton Masters. Now it's just a matter of who can get the big bag at the end of the tournament here. Who can win it all? Well, Gonja Goldsock coming out for the other team from Mongolia, Ulaanbaatar MMC Energy. A balanced effort to take down Team Wuxi. Sogt had himself 5 points. Dulvin Enkbot, the Horseman, also had 5 points. Steve Sir, 7 points. And last but not least, Dirk Ernyam Davas Sambu, 4 points. But one of the louder points in the tournament as he delivered the final shot to take down the Chinese squad. Again, both these teams know each other very, very well. They play a lot in their own country. And you can already see smiling faces because the mission they set out to do here, to pick up some tickets to the Edmonton Masters, they've secured that. The referees Eddie Liu and Brigitte Chabai Koshkatu, or Briggy as we like to call her. And again, we got some two 10-minute sprints left to determine the winner here at the Zhijiang Challenger 2024. If you're just tuning in right now, you're late, tardy. You should have been here a while ago. But if you are here, hit the subscribe button on YouTube, please. Follow our accounts at FIBA 3x3 to get a look at all of the action for the day, and at BAZC50. That's my personal account. You can shoot me a message. I might respond. So again, the tickets to Edmonton look like they've been given out, as both these teams will feature on that World Tour Masters. And together with Team Lausanne, the Swiss getting to the finals. In our first semifinal of the day, we got a 10-minute sprint to determine which one of these Mongolian teams will join them. And it's Jung with possession of the rock. Stepping back, a launch two, a foul on the shot. And Bill Jung will start us off with a trip to the stripe. And a Korean addition to this Zavkhan SAINSCORE team has been as good as advertised. Bill Jung so far at 6.7 points per game on the tournament. Shooting it at a high clip, 44% from two, but the free throws, well, he's going to want those back. Enkbot is going to want that layup back. Even Zavkhan has cooled off just a little bit. Pandemonium, ooh. Nice little Euro step from Tak. Jung, no good on the make. So Ulaanbaatar on the board first by virtue of the Panda. No basket on the take here for the Bull. Sogged is Run DMC tricky with that take. Sir. Oh, Sharon is Karen. Thank you, says Davasambu. 2 points on the board for Ulaanbaatar MMC Energy. Nyamdorj will do something back, though. First bucket on the board for Zavkhan. Don't let this team hang around in the game now. They can come back and they can hit some crazy shots. A block here. Engtaivan telling Steve Sir to take that two elsewhere. Zavkhan can't find a layup, but Nyamdorj again to clean up the mess. 2-2 game as the great rebounder for this Zavkhan SAINSCORE squad shines again. Enkbot now, 2 points up, none down. Zavkhan working behind the screen, a hesitation, a sidestep, pretty play, and a make. And now it's Sir Sharon with Enkbot. Enkbot on his way to the rack, can't. Oh, he can't finish over Nyamdorj. Broken up play. Oh, the Bull with the misdirection. Easy layup. Zavkhan stepping back. The man was unconscious in the last game. Has not found the connection just yet. And Sir. A rare layup for the Canadian. Yes, more prolific as a mid-range and an outside shooter, but you can get one of these as well. Oh, Zavkhan steals a Wilson. Has not cleared it yet, as possession had been with Steve Sir. So a reset and a fresh 12 for Ulaanbaatar, who got a 2-point lead in this one. It's Sir. Stepping back. Sir with the two. That revolver still in a holster. Oh, Zavkhan looking for a pass, but finally gets a layup. It's Talk now, spinning and winning. A lot of one-on-one offense in this game so far. Jung is hounded by Enkbot, who picks up a foul. Take a look at Pandemonium. That man's craftier than some people give him credit for. It's Engtaivan with the miss. The Bull with the board. E.B. Bullen on his way to the rack. No one got in his way, 7-4. Nyamdor is sharing with Jung. Jung, again, this Zavkhan team has two very potent scores from the outside. Jung came alive in their win in the quarterfinals over Beijing with big shot after big shot in the last minute of the game. Delivered the final shot to get it to 21-19. And again, Jung, the MVP for the FIBA 3x3 Ulaanbaatar Super Quest earlier on the year. Enkbot, though, he can shoot it as well. So our first TV timeout is here in an offensive contest so far. Not a lot of defense to be seen. And it's been pandemonium wreaking havoc. And the Bull with the misdirection. He's so good at that fake handoff. Jung, no space. Oh, drives past everyone. Bail. Ooh, he's going to want that one back. Blew a tire. Bail Jung dunks it on the front of the rim and gets a two splash in his eye by Steve Sir right away. It's 11-4. Jung, no space again. Now is Zavkhan missing again. Jung with the board. Enktaivon attacking Steve Sir, righty lay. That's a yay. Sir again with the shot from distance, but that one is short. Sir, oh, how did he get that pass through? How did he get that pass through? That's 2020 laser vision from Steve Sir, finding the Bull on the take. Oh, Jung. Oh, he thought he had it. I thought he had it. But instead, it's two to the eye. Socked again. Rumbles and bumbles. Is that a shot clock violation? It is a shot clock violation. Zavkhan, though, they need some scoring, as we've been at it for 4.5 minutes. And again, they are very explosive offensively, but we just haven't seen that in this game. If this is your first time watching this Zavkhan SAINSCORE squad, you know, just wait. They can go off to a few points in a hurry. We've seen it so far. That's why they got to the semifinals. Sir to the Panda, and the Panda delivers again. He's been extremely good in this tournament. And a travel on Enktaivon, so this is getting out of hand a little bit. An 8-point lead for Ulaanbaatar. Yeah, that picked up his pivot foot there on that drive. Jung, and it's Nyamdor underneath with a little something, but it hasn't been enough something so far just yet. As Ulaanbaatar is running away with this one. Sir adding to it, 15-6. And this game's getting Chewbacca ugly. Jung looking for space, no room for a shot, but Enkbot reaches in. But take a look as Sir stops on a dime and delivers the splashy splash. Jung. And much needed points from the free throw stripe here for Zavkhan SAINSCORE. 2 down for Jung. It's a 7-point game. The Bull again with the misdirection. Looks like he got blocked, but a foul on the play. So Delger Nyamdabasambu will take his talents to the free throw stripe. And the Bull putting the lead up to 8 points. And Zavkhan again, if they can't find any scoring, it's going to be over very soon here. They'll be approaching the 4-minute mark, but Ulaanbaatar is already at 16 points, and Zavkhan have not been able to get it going whatsoever in this semifinal. It might just be the fact that they know they're going to make it to Edmonton already. But Ulaanbaatar is really firing on all cylinders. Jung, nothing. Zavkhan, can he do anything? Jung again taking it to the rack this time underneath the basket, and the finish for the Korean. A 17-9 game. So not a lot of resistance on that play. Yamdorj loses the Wilson. It's been that type of game for Zavkhan. SAINSCORE. They cannot get it going whatsoever, and Yamdorj on a wide open layup attempt. Looks like he's going up for a dunk, and the Wilson just slips out of his hands. Second TV timeout in the game that for sure won't make it the distance unless Zavkhan finds some magic. But it's been Ulaanbaatar from the start. Pedal to the metal for the Canadian Cowboy and consorts. Sir, delivering time and time again on shots and passes to get his team looking at the finals, where Lausanne waits for whoever comes out of this game. So steps into a 2, is blocked by Engtai Van Sir with the righty hook. And a 2-pointer Wen things here. Enkbot with the thievery tries to get some fancy action going there. It's stolen, so Jung. And the 2-point arc has dried up like the Gobi Desert for Zavkhan, who again have not been able to score. They're not putting a lot of pressure out as far as defense. I think they are content with getting to Edmonton, and that's about it. Bayer Saikan with the lay. It's 20-10. Sir, they find the Bull, and he barely misses, but a trip to the free throw stripe could spell the end of the tournament for Zavkhan SAINSCORE, who have not come with the required focus in the semifinals. Again, they must be content with making it all the way to Edmonton to the Masters after already picking up that ticket, securing that ticket. But Ulaanbaatar, they've come with the required materials to win the game. The Bull, well, leaves that one on the back iron. Bayer Saikan. Jung, another attempt from far, and well, there's your 2-point make. That's what we were waiting for. Maybe too little, too late. And Sir, not ending things. Jung again. That could have made it interesting, but it was left short, and now it's the Bull on the rack attack. It's Sir sharing with Sok, and that's it for Ulaanbaatar. Zavkhan SAINSCORE had a nice run in this tournament, secured their ticket to Edmonton earlier, and will bow out with the semifinals loss to their big brother Ulaanbaatar MMC Energy, that got a great game from the Panda, Utgarnjagol Sok. And it's more than fitting that he delivers the last second shot to get the win here. 22-12 for the team in yellow. That's your final score in this one. as we close out the semifinals, and we know the finals matchup. Ulaanbaatar MMC Energy will face off with Lausanne for the bag of prize money at the end of this Zhijiang Challenger. That game is slated to start at 7:20 p.m. local time, so in about 40 minutes. We'll have a break first, and then we'll get ready to get going with that to see who wins the Challenger out here in Zhejiang at the Library Square. We'll leave you with the highlights, and we'll see you for the finals. You promised me you're there. All right, thank you. See you at the finals in about 40 minutes.
不行，拿比赛球，拿比赛球。
14是拿比赛的球，各位，
这个是我们的礼物了。哎，小朋友，对，先把我们的礼物放在一边啊。
没关系，还有机会。目前还是6分。有点可惜，最后一个点是我们的罚球线。准备好了没有？准备好了，开始吧。漂亮，差一点没关系。还有机会，还有机会，这边。已经进了3次了。 好吗？加油，好不好？漂亮，10分。好了，这边结束了，到那边了，那3个点。漂亮，6分。 最后一个点来到罚球线，看看能不能超过前一个小朋友。第一组，在这里已经产生了，让我们恭喜这位小朋友，掌声送给他好吗？这是你的奖品。好的。
好，我们第2组的也已经准备就绪了啊，这2位非常的遗憾。 回去还得多练啊！谢谢你们的参与，掌声送给你们。
第2组的小朋友在哪里？可以上来了，你们3位是吗？
下一轮我们 hold 住，我们有现场一个颁奖的环节。下一轮小朋友稍等哦。
稍等一下。
现场宜昌的之江的朋友们，我们要颁发到的是本次赛会的最佳风采奖，大家可以期待一下，究竟获奖运动员是哪一位呢？ 好，获得我们本次挑战赛之江站最佳风采奖的就是来自之江队的李川，掌声欢迎！有请颁奖嘉宾，河北闵行体育文化发展有限公司总经理彭秀峰女士。Ladies and gentlemen, Madam 彭秀峰 General Manager of 河北闵行 Sports Cultural Development Company Limited， 为运动员送上纪念品 The Souvenirs for the winner。最佳风采奖，请领导稍事休息。接下来，让我们欢迎之江市文化和旅游局局长贺青燕女士 ，Ladies and gentlemen, Madam 贺青燕 ，Director of Zhijiang Bureau of Cultural and Tourism, to present the trophy， 为获奖运动员颁发奖杯。请2位领导共同与获奖运动员合影。Thanks all to the presenters and congratulations to our winner。让我们一起记录下这个珍贵的荣耀时刻。好，再次感谢2位颁奖嘉宾，感谢2位领导，再次恭喜李川。我们的小朋友还在吗？准备好了没有？接下来舞台归你们喽。
品上来了。来，你是第一位，简单自我介绍一下吧。
13岁，来自浙江业余。
有没有信心能够拿到今天的奖品？有没有信心？
有。
OK， 准备开始。没关系，没关系，我帮你剪。来第二个点，快一点点。第三个。哦，第一下终于命中了，来到这边。现在是3分。漂亮，6分。连续得分啊，真的很棒，9分了。哦，这边3个点都命中，最后一个罚球线，看看能不能顺利完成得分。现在已经12分了，很可惜12分。很棒了，可以在旁边休息一下，来交给我们的第2位小朋友，准备好了没有？准备好了。OK， 开始。差一点点，差一点点，没关系，调整一下。还有第3个点，大家给他掌声好不好？鼓励一下小朋友。再来，加油！加油，加油！没关系，还有最后一个罚球线，调整一下。哦，很可惜，我们继续努力。来，第3位小朋友，准备好了没有？准备好了！哇，这么洪亮的声音，来吧！没关系。第2个点，漂亮，拿到命中3分到手。不错不错，来到这边。那已经6分了啊。9分啊，最后一个点，看看。战平了，那这样吧，你们2个加赛1轮，就在罚球线，好不好？看谁先进。你先开始，都是12分。来吧，命中，哦，漂亮。
那你必须要投进啊！
这位小朋友。好，比赛结束了，我们恭喜这位小朋友获得我们今天的奖品。
好，来一起照张相吧，小朋友们。
来，你们3个一起。
还是我们岁数最大的拿到了礼物啊！重在参与。
好了，最后一轮送给他们。
我们还有最后一轮，还有3位，
还有3位小朋友在哪里？在这里 ，OK。来到我们场上，你们3个谁先开始？
哎，等一下，这个确定是小朋友吗？确定 OK， 没有，几岁了？你多少岁？你26，好，14，长得稍微有点着急，对不起。
开个玩笑，你们3个谁先来？谁先来？自动会有点。你先来，哇！还主动请缨，掌声送给这位小朋友。OK， 开始吧。第1个点，没命中，来到第2个点。 球线。最后比分定格在9分。好的，谢谢这位小朋友，你们2位，
小妹妹加油，
来，
加油加油，勇敢一点。
大家给点掌声鼓励好不好？
哎，我觉得小妹妹一个球算5分好了。
没问题，大家有没有问题？
可以离近一点啊。
来这里吧，这里，可以。
好，再离近一点。好，再来，再离近一点。
东方这边，
三人篮球的精神就是，虽然我知道可能我还差一点，但是我要努力往上够。对，大家来给点鼓励。我觉得这个小姑娘非常的勇敢。你别看她岁数小，
就差一点点，掌声再热烈一点。
小姑娘，你再往前迈一步，对，离到篮筐底下，一定有机会的，加油！
这就是在三人篮球的原因。
好，算你5分啊！来，最后一位小朋友，
漂亮，停一下，3分到手。第3个点。哦，多多少少还是命中啊，6分，这边到这边了。第2个点，这还是6分哦，命中来到9分。还是9分，最后一个罚球线。哦，2个打平了，你们2个都是9分，是不是？那你们2个加赛一轮，我们还是跟刚才规则一样，罚球线，谁先进谁获得我们的奖品，好不好？你们2个石头剪刀布吧，看谁先。好了，你先。差一点点哦。现在看看这位小朋友能不能拿到咱们第3组的奖品，都没有命中，继续来吧。
我觉得一人只有1次机会了，我们时间有限，可以，但是你挑战，你想清楚，你挑战2分远投，如果不进你就没有机会了哦。OK， 很有大将风范啊，好样的，好样的，值得鼓励。然后小伙子，你们还没有分出胜负，你必须投罚球线，你进了你才赢，你没进我们就把礼物送给小姑娘了，你做好心理准备啊。要给点压力。好，最终是我们小姑娘获得了我们的礼物。然后，我们感谢你们2个的参与，别急，你们也有机会。为什么？你们先回到座位，接下来揭晓谜底，好不好？来，怎么样才能拿到我们的球呢？非常简单。
好的，那么又回到了最熟悉的分贝大挑战啊！来，我们感受一下观众朋友们的热情，好吗？来。好，来，我们这边的朋友来听一下你们的尖叫声和欢呼声。来，这边的朋友。好，来，这边的朋友。好。 准备啊！好的，这边的朋友准备好了没有？你们的实力在哪里？好，我来随便抛啊！注意安全，注意安全 ，OK？ 哎，注意安全，注意安全啊！好，恭喜恭喜！好，我们还有一次机会，来，这位朋友，来这两边 PK 一下好不好？来，这边的朋友准备好了吗？好嘞，这边的朋友有的是啊，1、2、3。好嘞，为了公平，我站在这里啊，不同的方向我推进 ，OK。好来，1、2、3。好，谢谢，感谢大家的参与。 warm-up. 5 minutes warm-up.接下来将进行的是本次比赛的决赛，瑞士的洛桑队对阵蒙古国的乌兰巴托队。现场的观众朋友们，准备好你们的掌声和欢呼声，待会比赛开始的时候，为两支队伍进行欢呼，谢谢。 Okay, warm-up session is over. Warm-up session is over. Please get ready for the team intro.
The 21st game to potentially 21 points here from Zhijiang, China. The final of the Challenger here in 2024 in Zhijiang. It's Lausanne from Swiss meeting up with Ulaanbaatar MMC Energy from Mongolia. And there's an unbeaten team and a not unbeaten team. Ulaanbaatar have not lost yet. But we'll meet Team Lausanne first. The second seed out here, it's Malik Halujawecki. Joined by Marco Lehmann, aka the Alphabet. Or the Juice Man, I apologize, the Alphabet. That's Halujawecki. You know, Tingwetz joins the squad.
Once again, let's welcome Team Lausanne.
And this is your Team Lausanne. Carlos Martinez rounding out. Leads the field in points per game. Out of all players left at 9 points per game. It was in a takedown in the semifinals of Utsunomiya for them, 21-12, where Martinez had himself 13 points. They're facing the Ulaanbaatar squad from Mongolia. Second time this pro circuit season that these teams have faced each other, as they played a game in the World Tour Edmonton opener pool phase. That was an Ulaanbaatar win. The Canadian Cowboy Steve Sir is joined by the Horseman Dugan Engba, the Bull Dergerniam Davasambu, and the Panda Odonjer Gotsak. They took down Zavkhan SAINSCORE, a 22-12 win in the semifinals for them. Talk had himself a ball game, 6 for 6 from inside the arc for 8 points for the Panda. And this is for all the marbles who will get the victory here at the Zhijiang Challenger 2024. Will bring home the largest bag to be had here in the Challenger. Tickets to Edmonton have already been given out. These are your referees for the final. Brigitta Chabaikos, Katu, and Alex Talisainen representing Hungary and Estonia. So 1 10-minute sprint left to determine who will bring home all the marbles. We got 10 minutes between us and MVP, a winner, and the second place finish for the other team. And we're getting ready to go here from Zhejiang Library Square. I hope you all stuck with us throughout the day. Hit the subscribe button on YouTube if you're here to watch the finals. Let us know how you like the games on our socials at FIBA 3x3 to get a recap of some of the action of today, and to hit me up personally. And I know some people have. Shout out to y'all if you've been hitting me up. Hit me up on @PAZZ50. I am the Mountain Boz Rosendahl in your ear. I've been in your ear for 2 days. I hope y'all are not sick of me yet. You got one final 10-minute sprint where you have to listen to me to close out the action here from Zhejiang. I appreciate all of y'all listening in, obviously. Not just the people that hit me up. But I do like it when people send me messages. Sorry, I got some extra information.
The final game, let's go!
Here we go. 10 minutes sprinting for the last time out here in Zhejiang. And it's Sir going to the rack. The righty lay no good. Pandemonium can't control the board. A shuffle pass out to the juice man. Lehmann, he will lay it up. Oh, blew the crib. Lehmann with what looked like an open layup.
乌兰巴托队第4
Leaves that short. He'll take a seat. And it's Ulaanbaatar. High post play here to King. They look for Malik.
黑色球衣的是来自蒙古国的乌兰巴托队。
But a foul called on the play. Turnover as a result. And it's Enkbot now in possession. He gets a screen wide open for a shot from beyond the arc. And yes, sir. It's not Steve, sir. It's Sir Dulgun Enkbot. The answer is there for Martinez, who's been brilliant all tournament. Again, 9 points per game for him so far. Malik chases down the board. Take a look as Dulgun finds some space and delivers, as does Steve Sir from inside the arc. A 3-1 Ulaanbaatar lead. Lausanne needs an answer. It's Martinez on the drive again. Oh, a rare miss for Martinez, as he's been extremely efficient in the tournament so far. Again, 9 points per game for the Spaniard. And he's shooting 75% on layups like this. Again, a rare miss, but a miss nonetheless. So Wes underneath, kicks it out. There is Alos again, but the dose ain't dosing. In that game at the World Tour opener in Utsunomiya, when these teams met in pool play, it was Martinez with 10 points leading the way for Lausanne, and a balanced effort for the Ulaanbaatar squad. Delgarniam Davasambu with 8 points and 7 boards in that one, a 21-18 victory for Ulaanbaatar as a result. But that was a while ago, you know, almost a month ago. Malik. Ulaanbaatar by himself. Nobody at the rim. Home alone like Macaulay Culkin. Oh, the Panda evading the long arms of the Juice Man. Martinez. Ulaanbaatar facing up. Oh, a fake. Gets Dulgun Enkbot off his feet. Lausanne looking at a 1-point deficit. Sir. There's that man again. Sok has been incredible today. Just unstoppable. Gonjagol Sok with a brilliant day 2 out here in Zhijiang. Now he's guarding Malik. That is a miss as a result. Sir, quick pull up. That's the layup for the man. 7-3, and a steal, another layup for Ulaanbaatar. They're out to the races. 8-3. Martinez looks like he stepped on the line. So Ulaanbaatar MMC Energy firing on all cylinders. Steve Sir has not had enough. He wants this win. He wants it badly. Take a look as he races to the corner, the 41-year-old Canadian sniper. Enkbot looking to add to things. The Bull with the board. Back to Enkbot. They find Sir. Dribbles it off his own foot. It ends up in the hands of the Horseman. A miss as a result. Possession back to the Swiss. King West held up by Enkbot. And here we go. A travel on Martinez as Lausanne seemed to not have all the focus right now. They had been so good up until now on the knockout day, but securing that ticket to Edmonton might have shifted their focus a little bit. Meanwhile, Ulaanbaatar trucking. Mainly this man, though. Ulaanbaatar continuing his wonderful play out here in Zhejiang. Had a quiet day one, but has raced up the scoring boards here on day two. Talked up to 19 points in 4 games, and it's the bull adding to it, a 6-point lead for the Mongolians. Oh, faked him out of his shoes. That's a shot blocker in King West that he faked out there. Then Banda with another steal, just gets a pass down to him. A 2 lined up for Chopped, and that's good again. And Ulaanbaatar again has got the sniper scope unlocked, his 5th 2-point make of the tournament. And even by himself, and it's been a recipe for success for Ulaanbaatar. Tsok got his team leading by 8. Malik, big steps on his way to the wreck, misses the layup. There's Sir with a look at the basket from 2. And it's a very one-sided affair. A 13-3 lead for Ulaanbaatar. West answers, though. Finally a score for Lausanne, and then a turnover as Sir and Davasambu cannot connect. But it's Ulaanbaatar. Crispert and Kendrick Lamar beats. Ulaanbaatar. Oh, see, there's Team Lausanne. They finally decided to show up here after 3.5 minutes. Zog faking away, no make. The bull with a foul on the board. But take a look as Malika Ulaanbaatar pulls up for 2. And that's good money. Ulaanbaatar. Foul on Ulaanbaatar. That's number 6 already. We're not even at the halfway mark, and they're close to the bonus. So they're holding on to a lead, but foul situation not in their favor. Now it's Malik. Oh, how'd he find Martinez down there? He went looking for Waldo and found something. Enkbot. Floaty in the rain. And now it's West underneath with the answer. Sir, another look from 2. A miss this time. Enkbot with the righty hook. Ulaanbaatar with the double pump 2. A double foul called on that action underneath the basket between the West Multani and Davasambu. Talk. Gets it to Enkbot. Enkbot on the drive, gets hammered by Martinez. So we'll see Dulgan Enkbot on the free throw strike. And this team, Ulaanbaatar, again trying to erase the bad taste in their mouth from last week in Debrecen when, as Team Mongolia, 2 of their members and one of them as a coach could not get the ticket to the Paris Olympic Games. And they've performed extremely well out here. King West with the wild shot. Now it's Enkbot. Long distance services off, but Stock gets another one to drop underneath the basket. 8-point lead for Ulaanbaatar. Rest with the board and a smash. And Sock's been on one today. He's very aggressive, looking to attack. But take a look, King West by his royal decree, smashing underneath. Gonjagald Sock looking to add to a 7-point lead for Ulaanbaatar. Cannot. With 4 minutes to go, Lausanne's going to need a more potent offensive scheme than this to get back into this one. Ulaanbaatar. That's Indy 500 driving right there. So a TV timeout in a Mongolian affair so far. Ulaanbaatar grabbed the reins early and have been in control of the game ever since. Lausanne's offense has been stagnant. It's been one-on-ones, and it's been that man, Steve Sir, and his pack of animals, the panda, the bull, and the horse. Sir, high post play through Davasambu. They go looking for Sir. A long-range shot dialed up, and that's Ulaanbaatar at 19 points. Malik driving again, a lay-in again. Enkbot behind the back, crosses him up, but can't finish the lay. Davasambu's there for the cleanup. Ulaanbaatar's at game point. Ulaanbaatar. A long pass to the King. Righty hook. Ooh, left that one short. And it's Ulaanbaatar. Enkbot with the game in his hands and the tournament in his hands. That's no good, but there's Steve Sir. Martinez has been MIA this game so far. Oh, behind the back to the King. Easy layup. West Multini making it a 7-point game. They leave Sir on an island, and Steve pays it off. There's your victory for Ulaanbaatar. MMC Energy, a 22-13 takedown of the Swiss, and a victory in the Zhijiang Challenger 2024 as a result. Again, erasing some of the bad taste from last week and continuing success on the Pro Tour. A Challenger win for Ulaanbaatar. They pick up tickets to the Edmonton Masters, and they also get their Challenger win that they were looking for. They got 2 Challenger wins last year at the Zhijiang Challenger and one at the World Hoops Penang Challenger. And they start off this year strong, and take a look at Steve Sir. Yes, sir. Screams of joy for the Canadian Cowboy as he led his squad once again to a final score of 22-13. Y'all enjoy the highlights of this last 10-minute sprint from Zhijiang. We are getting ready to hand out some hardware. We'll be right back. This is how we got here. Your results for today, the knockout rounds. First, it was the number 1 seed taking a nosedive, losing to Utsunomiya BREX exit. Dusseldorf lost to Lausanne in a nail-biter in overtime. Then Zavkhan SAINSCORE stormed back to beat Beijing, and Ulaanbaatar took care of Wuxi WenLv, the semis. Utsunomiya bowing out in a one-sided contest against Lausanne. Zavkhan doing just so against Ulaanbaatar. So it was the Swiss and the Mongols meeting up in the finals, and Ulaanbaatar have a cowboy and 3 animals on the squad. They stormed out to an early lead and picked up a 22-13 victory to take home the Zhijiang Challenger win in 2024. Congratulations to Ulaanbaatar MMC Energy. We are getting ready to hand out some hardware, some tickets to the Edmonton Masters, some cash prizes, and an MVP award. So y'all enjoy this visual here. We'll be right back.
Ladies and gentlemen, now the victory ceremony for the tournament 3x3 FIBA Basketball Challenger Zhijiang 2024. So first, let's bring the second place for the tournament. 让我们首先祝贺获得本次赛事亚军的队伍，他们就是 Team Lausanne from Switzerland. Let's welcome.
So the second place in this tournament goes to Team Lausanne. Let's bring them out. They battled, and they battled well. Made it all the way to the finals. Carlos Martinez in that finals, their leading scorer before the finals, kind of disappeared. But look, I know they're happy with that ticket to the Edmonton Masters.
Of Zhijiang People's Government to present the souvenir. 请刘市长为我们的获奖运动队送上我们之江的礼物，来自于之江的一片非常精美的
And
心
they get
意。
some beautiful artwork from the Zhejiang region.
好，谢谢领导，请领导稍作休息。接下来让我们欢迎之江市人民
So
政府
there's
副
your
市长
fearsome foursome.
Madam
The Swiss came up short in the
Vice
finals,
Mayor
but
of Zhejiang
represented
People's
very
Government.
well out here in Zhejiang. Carlos
欢迎
Martinez,
白市
Malik
长为我
Kalujuwecki,
们
his
的
first
获奖运动队颁
pro
发
circuit event with the
奖杯
squad.
the trophy。
Of course, joined by Marco Lehmann, the Juiceman, and Wes Molteni.
再次有请2位领导与获奖运动队共同合影。Now it's time to take a picture.
Picture time for
Let's all
these
share
fellas who
this
I'm sure are
beautiful
happy.
moment.
And we'll see them again at the
好，再
Edmonton
次
Masters for
感谢
sure.
颁奖嘉宾 Thanks to our presenters. Congratulations. The second place for the tournament. Let's hear it. Lausanne from Switzerland.
One last time, give it up for
再次
Team
恭喜获
Lausanne,
奖运
battling
动
all the way
队。
to the finals in
All right,
Zhejiang, and
Thank you guys to put on quite a show. Thank you.
we'll bow out with the second place.
掌声可以再热烈一点哦。All right, coming up next will be the Most Valuable Player Award. 最有价值球员。本届赛会的最有价值
We
球
got
员
an
就是
MVP award
Ladies and
to hand
gentlemen,
out.
from Team Ulaanbaatar.
From
Steve
Ulaanbaatar.
Sir.
And it's the Canadian Cowboy, Steve, yes sir, led his team in
Yeah,
scoring
the
at
MVP.
7 points per game in this
The
tournament.
legendary player.
39% from 2,
veteran.
14 of 36,
Sir.
58%
让我
from
们欢
1,
迎
7
颁奖
of
嘉宾
12.
Ladies and gentlemen,
He had
let's
9
welcome
key
the
assists,
presenter, 湖北省篮球
grabbed
协会
12
副主席
rebounds, but it was his
Mr.
knockdown
鲍
shooting
建
that
国
once
Vice
again
Chairman of Hubei Basketball
propelled
Association.
this Ulaanbaatar
present
MMC
the
Energy
MVP
squad to a
award.
victory out here.
为我们的 MVP
He takes
颁发
home the MVP honors, the 41-year-old from
接下来
Edmonton.
让我们欢迎浙江
And I'm
市
sure
市委
he's
常
happy.
委
He's a player
宣传部
coach for
长
the squad.
Madam Gao Jing,
So he had his
Director of
fellas
Department of Publicity of
playing well
Zhejiang
out here.
to present
And he
the
led the
souvenir.
way. A well-deserved MVP award, his due
请高部长
time in the
为
spotlight.
MVP
So
颁发我们浙江
give
的
it up
礼物
for Steve.
谢谢领导。好，接下来 now the MVP trophy，让我们一起呈
And a
上我们
nice
的
trophy
MVP
to
奖
add
杯，请二
to
位
his
领导
collection
共
of
同为我
trophies
们
that he
的
already
获奖
has.
运动员颁发奖杯好吗？好，有请颁
It's
奖嘉宾
Steve,
和
sir,
获
ladies
奖
and
运动员
gentlemen.
共同合影。It's time to take a picture.
Give it up for
All
the
right,
MVP
smile.
of the Zhijiang
谢谢二位
Challenger
颁奖嘉宾，谢谢领
2024.
导，感谢二位领导。Congratulations, the legendary Steve Sir. All right. 接下来最热情的掌声，让我们欢迎本届比赛最终的冠军。So the winner for the tournament
And
is
he's
Team
joined
Ulaanbaatar
by his squad, Ulaanbaatar, MMC
乌兰巴托
Energy,
队，掌声有请
unbeaten out here in Zhejiang. They started off full play with a nail biter, taking down Utsunomiya, BREX EXE 18-17. Then took on Shinagawa CC Action. Both games in Pool C. 22-11 was the result. And on day 2, the Panda woke up, and Ulaanbaatar came through with a victory over Wuxi in the semis. Talk had himself 5 points. Steve Sir had himself 7 points in that one. Then the semifinals, a matchup with the other Mongolian squad, Zavkhan, SAINSCORE. And then a finals meetup with the Swiss for Lausanne. And a victory as a result.
Winner!
Here's your winner of the Zhijiang Challenger in 2024.
稍事休息，接下来让我们欢迎我们的颁奖嘉宾
It's Ulaanbaatar MMC Energy. Give it up. There's a cowboy, a horseman, a panhandable. It sounds like the start of a joke, but it's actually the makeup of a great 3x3 team.
纪念品来自浙江的礼物和我们的冠军奖杯。The winners
They get some
trophy.
hardware.
再次有请颁奖嘉宾，请领导来到舞台中央，共同记录下这个美好的时刻。谢谢我们的领导们，谢谢，请领导共同来一张大合影吧。All right, a group picture.
So a
Smile,
group picture
guys.
for everyone
Okay.
with the winners.
Let's
Again,
share
your
this beautiful moment.
4 players
And-
picking up all of the hardware here. MVP
All right.
Steve Sir,
Treasure this moment.
Dulgunenkbat,
Remember this
Odgonzer
glorious
Goldsock,
moment.
and
Thank you,
Delger
guys.
Nyamdavasambu.
Congratulations
Congrats
once
to the
again,
fellas.
Ulaanbaatar!
They won the Zhijiang Challenger here in
谢谢我们的颁
2024.
奖
Give it
嘉
up
宾，
for
谢谢各位领
Ulaanbaatar.
导。接下来我们的颁奖还在继续。首先，我们要给我们的冠军队伍一些拍照片的时间啦，因为这个时间非常的重要。MVP and winner. Yeah!
Our last victory picture for the fellas
谢谢。Congratulations
谢谢
once again. Thank you.
from Zhejiang.
All right, ladies
As
and
we get ready to
gentlemen.
say goodbye,
Now
thank
the
you
victory
to the
ceremony
production
for our
crew,
sponsors.
all of the people ready to organize this, our sponsors, of course. But we are bowing out here in Zhejiang.